Thanks to a federal grant, the city has hired 3 new firefighters. Take a look at how their rigorous training prepares them for any emergency on the Deschutes River.
We're going to punch through that V-wave at the bottom. We're going to try and bust through this side right here.
We're very fortunate to have received a federal grant. It's through FEMA, and it's called SAFER grant, Staffing for Adequate Fire and EMS Response. And we've received a grant of $600,000 roughly. What this grant has allowed us to do for 2 years is add 3 more firefighters that we otherwise would not have had. And they are now just starting their training period here with the fire department. The process for us is to put them through a very rigorous academy for 6 weeks, and they'll have roughly 300 hours of training at the end of that 6 weeks.
This week we're specializing in our rescue aspects, so they've been working on all rescue aspects that we deal in, and then today what we're doing is our water rescue, which is something that we really do a lot of in Bend every summer. We're putting it at Aspen Camp, and we're going to take out below Big Eddy. They're going to have the opportunity to maneuver the boat in the slack water upstream, kind of get a feeling for how the boat handles and that sort of thing. They'll do some flip drills, learning how to right the boat, and then they're going to go ahead and learn how to run a Class 4 rapid like Big Eddy and maneuver it through there. We have some rescue technicians with them. They'll be doing some of the guiding through the bigger water, but it's more or less to get them a feel for what it's going to be like to handle the boat and that sort of thing. And then they're going to learn, later in the day we're going to be doing some swimming, some rescue swimming, some combat swimming, which is where we actually, were to grab a conscious victim. And then they're just going to be learning a lot of the safety aspects as well. A lot of throw bag work, learning how to throw the throw bags, learning how to retrieve a throw bag, learning how to read the water and understand the hydraulics of the river. Getting out here and doing this type of training is absolutely imperative to our work. We have to have the time to be able to get out here and get these guys' feet wet because we are called to do this job. And there's so many different dynamics that even if they just get to touch this stuff once a year, that's really important training for those guys to be able to familiarize themselves, because when we're called, we're expected to handle this situation professionally. So every little bit counts, and we'll really work hard every little bit of time we have.
We never know what we're going to be called to when the bells go off, and Central Oregon has a lot of recreation and a lot of hazards. So from recreational rescues that we have to do in the water or on rocks to wildland fires and structural firefighting, our folks have to have a very broad knowledge of skills. For us, every day is a training day, and these new recruits are certainly learning the importance of training by the amount of training they're having to put in day after day.